Okay, 2014 Maths HL, Time Zone 2, Paper 2, Question 1. Let's go to List and Spreadsheet, and let's just call our list terms. And we're looking for all the integers between 10 and 200 divisible by 7. So the first one's 14, and what we can do is we can just type in a formula that's a1 plus 7, and we can then just fill this formula down and keep going until we hit 200. So we can highlight that cell which has the formula of a1 plus 7, press Control menu and fill, and if I fill down, let's fill the first 15 terms or so. Oh, we're still within range, so we can keep on going. I'll press Control menu, fill, we'll go down to about 25, we're still within range but we're getting close, and we'll do fill, move it down. Oh, we've just gone over 200 there, so up to 196 is what we want. So I want to delete out the 210 and delete out the 203. Notice I worked from the last term backwards to avoid any void characters. So simply getting a sum of all these terms will give me the answer to part A of this question. So if I go to a new page, so Control Doc, add a calculator, and I simply want to do the sum, just typing SUM, of variable terms, and I get the answer of 2835. Now, if I think that if I think I already know what the sigma notation for that would be, I can check it by going to the template, choosing sigma, and say you might go from r equals 2 up to 28 of 7r. It gives us exactly the same answer. There are various other forms for that sigma notation, but you could check any version which you have. And moving on to part B, we've got a function and we're told that the first term is 1000, so I'll do a is defined as being equal to 1000. Well, so a common difference is -6, so d control divide is -6, and I want to have the sum to be negative, and so what we want to do is look at the sum of the first n terms, and I'll define that to be, and I can just type in the formula as I normally know it, so it'll be a half times n multiplied by 2 lots of a plus open brackets n minus 1 times d. Now this is me just defining a function, and I'm interested in when that function goes negative for the first value of n. Lots of ways you could do this. I'm going to quickly draw a graph, so Control Doc to add a graph, and if I just press var, it pulls up all the functions and variables which I've defined so far in this problem. I'll choose s, I'll pick x, and I'm not really interested in the graph. What I can do is press Control T, and I can see that there are a whole load of errors in there, and that shouldn't be happening, so I must have done something wrong. Let's just quickly go back. Oh, the syntax here, that n, it hasn't put a multiplication sign in between them, so let's just go back and put that multiplication sign in, so it doesn't think this is a function of n, it's a variable n. Let's re-execute that. So now when I go back to the graph page, it is well populated with numbers, and you can see that these numbers are keeping going bigger and bigger and bigger. Are they getting any smaller at all? Well, we're looking for the least value of n such that this goes negative, and we're at 150. It does seem to be slowing down a fair bit, and it's now decreasing, and it's decreasing fast. So by an algebraic technique, you should have got an answer of around about 335, and we're just going to see if that gets verified here. When I go to 335, that is the first term that goes negative, because 334 was positive. So we have a numeric way of checking any algebra you may have done. We're done.